Okay, Dudley's Kitchen. It's a cooking show about a ghost making food. Greetings, travelers. I think we're set up better this time. We're gonna make crock pot meatballs today. So I'm gonna put on my gloves and get ready. Sorry I'm not set up. Uh, ADHD brain. But we're gonna put this down on the baking sheet, see what's what. I hope you enjoy it. Go over a few things. Let's find the crock pot. And I had planned on using a microphone. Went to go live. Microphone wouldn't hook up to my phone. I maybe have a laptop setup that works, but probably not. But let's get some gloves on. Go into the news of the day. And such. Well, we make our crock pot meatballs. Get some of these ingredients out. And a good Saturday morning to you all. It is very frosty outside. Occasionally you will hear wind slamming to my house. But that might be why I don't end up putting out a video tomorrow, because I can't record at all. So we'll do this and then I'll have a video ready for you next week. I guarantee it. By the time I figured out the format, I hadn't written up the script or anything else. Let's see here. Okay. No, that's not gonna work. Oh, there we go. Today we're going to use wax paper. We're going to use wax paper because everything will come off. Easy. And our ingredients today. We got our pork, 80-20. Not bad. We got our 80-20 patties from Sprouts. Not bad. I might throw some extra hamburger meat in there, but it's lean. Ground beef, if you need the non-white trash saying of that. Let's see here. So we have our garlic all over the place. I've been meaning to use this. Ah, there it is. The garlic, as always. Coming in. Hello, everyone. Good morning. And put some thyme in that. I really got into thyme after the last one. Get some thyme. I don't do fresh thyme because I work with plants. And, hey, Jan Rose. I work with plants and I don't keep fresh plants in my house because I'm going to let them die. To be perfectly honest, and it's kind of sad. Thank you, Jan Rose. Yes, indeed. So we have that. Get our onion ready. There we go. This recipe calls for parsley, and I did not get parsley. I think parsley is superfluous. But let's see what we got here. Ah, that's not the right tomatoes. There we go. We got our tomato paste. Yes, I am, Jen Rose. We're making crock pot meatballs. Paste there. Got some crushed tomatoes. As you can tell, giant once more. I am, of course, white trash, which I find is a term of endearment. Yeah, there we go. Should be good. We're going to make the raw meatballs today. Turn the broiler on. I have to do that. Broiler. And then we're going to let them simmer in a crock pot for 4 hours. And we got some parm and breadcrumbs. Not in that order. Let's see what's what. And as always, we do our onions. I hope you all enjoy this week. Especially you, Jan Rose. I hope you enjoy this recipe. Onion. I'll bring out the little slap chop again. I wanted to go over a few things. Oh, I'm happy for you, buddy. Like, my mom could never make meatballs. It was always meat sauce. And it was like just beef. But I found it delicious. It's a recipe I still make to this day. I hope I do too. Otherwise, I'm wasting my time because I really wanted the good spaghetti and the good meatballs. But let's start. Message is held for review. Oh, I don't know what that says. Come on, Ba. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know why that held. Okay. Ooh, I have another mod in the chat. Thank you. Unless I handled that. That looks fine. So, let's get our pork open. And we're gonna put some onions in there. So this week, number one, congratulations to Jason Hawes and the... That's fine. Are you okay? I don't know what that means, dude. I don't know if you, Oh, okay. No, you're okay. I figured you were kidding. That's fine. That auto-modded, by the way. I had no idea. I was just like, what the heck? Like, I didn't find anything wrong with that. But congratulations to Jason Hawes. We're going to put the pork in first. This is 80/20 ground pork. For the Conjuring House ownership case moving forward. Say what? Oh, God. Okay. Bullshit. Thank you. You know what? I'm gonna leave that in there. They probably are. To be honest. But that's okay. Part of the journey is the fun. You know what I mean? Or part of the journey is the fun. So, I couldn't actually get 80/20 ground beef. That's why this is patties. But we're going to mix it in there nice and well. And I've got to get another mixing bowl. Nick, I like you, man. I really do. Like, if you're going to troll me, this is the way to do it, and I appreciate it. I don't have anything to smoke. I don't smoke. I'm a good boy. There we go. Alright, so congratulations to Jason Hawes on winning his case. For those of you just joining us, I am making meatballs this morning. At least I'm trying to, with Chef Dudley in the background. We are going to do 2 minced garlic cloves. And we're going to see how that works. Start that first, and we'll do the onion. Alright. Regarding all of this privacy stuff, in my experience, I find it's privacy for me, but not for thee. No better way to put it. Like, it's always, I'm the one aggrieved, you should suffer, blah, blah, blah. And a negative cycle kind of comes from all that. Damn this garlic. No, man, it's fine. You can doubt, Jan Rose. Like, I might not make these well. That's okay if I don't. Like, if I learn anything from cutting this stuff, let me get this. Careful, Chef Dudley. If I learn anything from messing this up, I've won at the end of the day. You know what I mean? I don't remember what... If you're saying you literally forgot what you said, so did I. So you're okay. Let's see here. There we go. Alright. Here's my little... No, I'm not doing that. We've had privacy concerns in this community. You don't want to see my face. There we go. I'm gonna use my little slap chop. My face ain't much to look at anyway. Bleed? Oh man. I bleed in my regular job. There we go. It's not minced, but it'll work. And I'm gonna cut another one. So again, this privacy claim stuff, there's just things you don't do. Like, you can use that system, but the copyright strike tool. No, not a face reveal, not on a cooking show. You have Dudley. Ah. There we go. So we've got our garlic. And there we are. Alright. Put our garlic in the next bowl. I'm happy for you. There we go. This isn't minced garlic. I just kind of, I'm going to get in there with a bit of a hammer. Work that out. Not a hammer, the knife blade. Nah, that ain't gonna work. Do I have something to press down? Yeah, sure. That'll work. Press it. There we go. There's some things you don't do, and the copyright tool is one of those things. I have never claimed another creator, and people with value have used my stuff before, and I'm grateful that they've done it. Like Ben put me on and got me to 600 subscribers. I never forgot that, and I'm grateful. And then when Dudley Town got popular, people started using my video. It better be yummy is right. People started using my Dudley Town video, and like I'm grateful for that too. But rather than put any, there are people who just want to be right. So here we are. The court of public opinion is rarely wrong. But put that back there. And we're doing our onion. I think it's just one onion. Yeah, I'm gonna grate that. Hang on. I should have. No, I know what to do with this. Like, what is mincing? There we go. Okay. And I know I have a cheese grater in here. If not, I have a second grater. There we go. And we are going to do some grating. There you go, Jen Rose. How about some grating? You don't like onions? Who doesn't like onions? See, now that one was held for review again. Now I gotta look at my thing. Okay. I'm showing that. Well, they didn't get it. It like was a spam message. And I was like, that's worthy. That's fine. There we go. Grating some onion. This is more like a slicer though. Let me get the grater out. There we are. Nope, the slicer was better, Janra. But we're both learning. 6-7, right? Don't ever change, kids. You should yell that when I'm in an abandoned asylum, by the way. There we go. I like the slicer better here, but I gotta be careful not to hurt myself. There we go. You can hear the broiler now. Alright. And I think I'm going to dice the rest of it. That's not gonna work. Nah, not in the asylum. Can I react to Venom: The Last Dance? I should. I'll be perfectly honest. I should. I don't want a copyright strike. But I bet it's good. Or at least, I bet I would enjoy it. You know what I mean? But I saw the first two. And I would react to that. Okay. There we go. Alrighty. Country are you? I am an American. That much I'll give you. There we go. Alright. So, we are done with, let's see. There you go. Sorry, buddy. Oh, that's nice. But, there we go. So, we're gonna get some eggs. And with these privacy strikes, and by the way, I'm gonna use liquid eggs for lack of cholesterol. They're no good. Salt and pepper, beef, pork, onion, garlic, parsley, breadcrumbs. Well, we did that. By the way, it doesn't tell me how many eggs. I think it's 2. So, how the hell? 1/3 of a cup. Great. This is going to be good. There we go. But to hide... Shit. So, I need pliers to open this thing. Always a nightmare, Dudley. But to hide people's, like, commenting on something you did is the lowest of the low. It'd be like right now if I filed a copyright strike over everyone who made fun of me for not being able to get the egg beaters things open. Hold on. I actually have something for this. Give me 1 second. Chef Dudley will be right with you. There we go. And honestly, part of the fun is, again, what the hell? There we go. Part of the fun is learning from mistakes. Otherwise, you'll never get anywhere. We all make mistakes, right? Hold on, it's giving me a QA sticker. There you go. TV show you can rewatch forever. See if that boosts the old engagement during a cooking segment. I'll check it on it. I don't know if I'm supposed to answer or not. Welcome, everyone. Sorry, the broiler is really hot. There we go. Got our eggs. Into the bowl. That's a binding agent. Although, again, I don't have hope for my inability to mince. But, let's get some breadcrumbs in there. And we need parm. Then we're going to make some meatballs. Breadcrumbs. There we go. Hope that works out. Smells very Italian. And we're going to get our Parmesan cheese. Pop that out. And we're going to dump that in here. Let's get crazy. There we go. They wanted parsley. I'm going oregano. Bang. Hey, blue boy. There we go. And a little bit of thyme. And the hell with it. Some Mrs. Dash. And some black pepper. Not a black pepper. Now we make the meatballs. And we're going to do one. Show it off, and then I think that concludes. Hey Chris, I made you a moderator. There were no issues. Except for the normal enthusiasm. And that is meatballs there. And this is ground beef mixed with pork. And I'm going to combine that now. Put that into the other mixing bowl, and we're going to hope for the best. Chris, I was just telling them about all the copyright strikes and stuff in between trying to measure out eggs, which the recipe did not tell me how many to use. And basically, how stupid it all is and how people should be accountable for themselves. So yeah. So we're getting in there. Really good. I wish I had Crow of Judas on. He would make this a euphemism. That's an onion on the floor. So we're going to mix that nice and well. There we go. The recipe wasn't thorough at all. It was like, here's all the stuff you need. Good luck. And I was like, well, what do I put in there? It did mention mincing. And I realized, as a cook, in the 2 years I did it, I never learned how to mince. And I think I know what mincing is, I just didn't bother to look it up for this. Part of the journey is the struggle, Chris. There we go. Alright. I think we're good to mix there. Now go get Crow of Judas and have him put music to this and say, oh yeah, like he likes to do. Also, I wanted to say, everyone who has supported this ridiculous mess, that we're involved in. Thank you for your support, ongoing and otherwise. Yeah, these onions are way too big. This is gonna be a nightmare. But I'm willing to try, Chris. There we go. And also, no video tomorrow. Because you can kind of hear the wind outside. It's going to get down to like an 8 below zero tonight, wind chill wise. So I'm like, well, I'm going to need my heat on. And it's impossible to write and do voice work with that, so. There's like bread in the middle of this. This is a nightmare. I just need a bigger mixing bowl, I think. These are actually really big soup bowls I got from Kitchen and Company a long time ago. Okay. Yeah, I did everything to the onions except mince them. I sliced and diced, no mincing. So there are these big balls of pork and meat and onions, and there's some bread in here with eggs. We're just gonna see how that works. So, yeah, these are onion balls. I might have to abort this. No wonder they tell you, well, I used the whole onion. Because it was just like, hey, put an onion in it. And I'm like, okay. The next thing you know, I'm looking at a shitload of onion. Just a nightmare. Filled with onions. This is no good. The pork and the breadcrumbs and stuff, great. But the fact that I got all these onions, I guess we'll cook them. Like, I've got to learn one way or the other. They're like onion balls. But there's the idea, and you could see the onion like kissing the top. I definitely won't use that much onion next time. So, the broiler's already on. Let's get some meat in there. And we can have our garlicky onion meatballs. Like, we're already this far. They are awesome, but they've got to be used in proportion. But they are awesome. But, like, you wouldn't need a raw yellow onion. And we're going to find out the hard way. It's the only way we learn. Some people never learn, Chris. Now, the eggs, the pork, the ground beef, they're all doing their job. Everything's in harmony in there. The garlic, not too bad. But the onion, a nightmare. I might as well have just used powder. Yeah, we all might. Like, I might do it for money. I don't know. I'm not above that. But certainly, like, I don't have any recreational desire to eat a whole onion. They're pink? I think meatballs are supposed to be pink, and I can see thyme. So, maybe this will work out. And if not, I'll just milk this again next week. I can deal with kids from all over the globe yelling 6-7 in my comments. It's not, don't do that. You know what, do it, it's fine. I don't care. We'll do it all the time. I remember when it was chicken jockey and I was roaming through asylums. People asking me to yell chicken jockey in the dark. There we go. I'm 100 years old. There we are. There's a whole, like, breadcrumb. Tuck that in there. Alright. That's also a breadcrumb. Tuck that in there. So, I hope they told me how long to broil these. Because that could go wrong too. Okay. Yeah, I should have stopped at half an onion. It feels like that. Maybe I should run like dating website ads on this. See if that works. Don't cook your own meatballs. Go to, I don't know, Plenty of Fish. And then bring in some cash for the legal effort we're clearly going to have to deal with. There we go. It's just like so much onion. It's like all onion, and I got maybe 2 more in here. It's not all onion. Some of the onion stayed in the bowl, but there is a lot of onion. A disproportionate amount, you might say. I'm just going to make this one big one. We go for broke. There we go. Alright, we have 9 meatballs, which is a strange number, but that's what we ended up with. So, you can see them over there. We're going to throw that in the broiler, which is under the oven, because that's how old my stove is. And I think we bake this for 25 minutes. They got to get seared. Now, mercifully on the picture, there are onions sticking out. So maybe I didn't do it wrong. But maybe this person can't actually cook. And, you know, we're just on a negative trajectory with the whole thing. I'll report this recipe if it sucks. Well, thank you, Chris. Alright, that is Wind Adam the Crockpot. Broil the meatballs for 4 to 5 minutes. So, this is going to be interesting. I never broiled anything either. It's hot as hell right now. I had to take off my hoodie. Alright, into the broiler you go. Oh, that's hot. Okay. So I am going to cut the live off. I want to thank everyone who kind of watched me fumble through this and listen to me attempt to talk current events. Thank you very much. New video soon. Safe travels. Oh, let me do the theme song before I cut off. Make sure we know it. Dudley's Kitchen. It's a cooking show about a ghost making food. Safe travels.